Hello everyone, project update. I have built part of the chassis. This is where you're gonna sit, this is where the butt goes, that's part of the seat. Moving on, this is where the pedals are gonna be. The mechanism I have designed is so that it can move, so that it can fit different sizes. And these are the suspension. The actual fun part of the project really starts now, because the chassis, I didn't post anything because there's really no point. It's just cutting some tubes and welding them. Suspension is a little bit more complicated, to say the least, compared to the chassis. These are some of the bushings that I have purchased in order to the suspension. This is where they're gonna go. One is gonna go here and the other one approximately here. So yeah, now we start the suspension, and this is the interesting and cool part of the project. It's the difficult one, because suspension design is really complicated. I have spent an inordinate amount of time to just learning and studying about suspensions, and it actually works and it does a good job. The rest of the suspension components are gonna come. So I have bushings, it's 2 per arm, so I need 4 bushing, 8 bushings from one side. This hasn't been welded because there's 2 bushings that are gonna go here for the rear swing arm. And then there's the ball joints that I have ordered, but I'm still waiting for them to come. This is a 3 by 3 centimeter by 2 millimeter thick tubing. The reason why I choose this and not round tubing is simple. It's just simplicity of manufacturing. Round tubing is better, it's a better solution. It's just I don't have the tools to properly work round tubing, and this is also mild steel, so it's actually going to be a bit heavier than it should. But the thing is, I want to build it. I want to build with the suspension to see if the thing actually physically works. The final version, it's absolutely going to have chromoly tubing and round, but it just takes way more time, and I want to build. But it just takes way more time, and I want to build it. So very simple. I did post a video on this that was kind of built. This side wasn't done yet, but this is where your bottom or butt is going to go. You're going to sit here, and that's where your head is going to go. Your feet are going to be elongated and reaching the pedals. The pedals here have I can tighten or untighten this bolt in order to move them forward and backwards, so that it fits me and the other people that are going to try this. The chain is going to go this way, here, and this is where the bushing for the swing arm, and this is where we're going to have the rear swing arm with the wheel. So I have bought these bushings. They are 2.7 millimeters by 27 millimeters by 10 millimeters, and I had this tubing which is 27.5 millimeters, so they don't fit really properly. Let me show you. And there is a little bit of play, and what I've done is I just cut a groove with a grinder, tighten this in the vise, and now it's like literally pressed in, and I'm gonna weld this seam so that they fit properly. And this is gonna be the first part of the suspension, and I'm gonna have to do about 10 of these, because there's going to be 2 at the bottom for the rear swing arm. So yeah, this is where we are with the project. It's we are moving on quite slowly, I have to admit, but stuff like this just takes a lot of time, especially being my first project. Is just I have to figure out a lot of stuff, just like what bushings to use. I wouldn't have problems like having to cut this and welding them again, because you just literally how's it called? You just literally put something on the lathe and make it to measure. But I don't have that, so I have to figure out. But I don't have that, so I have to do this, which is fine. It's just gonna take a bit more time. Well, on the suspension, I will post more videos, because I do think it's a more interesting thing that probably I've learned a lot from other YouTubers, and I think it's only fair if I post my project so that other people can look at what I've done and maybe find some inspiration, as I found from others. So thank you very much, wish you all a fantastic day, and see you soon.